this is going to be the third interview for our application. So I'm here with my friend Sanjana, whose ID is
6138302.
okay. And she's also a student from VMS. So hopefully she will give us a good feedback of our application. And I would like to thank her because it was very kind of her to accept the proposal of giving us a feedback. So thank you for that. And with that going on, we're going to be jumping onto the application. So can you see my screen, Sanjana?
Yes, I can.
Okay. So as I explained before, our application is going to be a fitness app. I'm going to go to the login screen. Okay, so this is the first screen of our application. Once you have downloaded the app, this is where you're going to log in from. So you can log in using your Google, Facebook, or Twitter account. And by the way, Sanjana, if you have any questions along the way, you can go ahead and ask me. Okay.
Sure.
Okay, so this is the login application. The login page. If you don't have an ID yet, you can log in using your Google, Facebook, or Twitter.
Can we use our email as well for creating the?
We haven't actually added the features yet, but I think we're going to be adding email and WeChat later, as our Chinese friends were asking.
Okay.
So this is the screen that pops up once you're logged in. So this is the feature of our application where you have a schedule of your daily routines. So you can set up, let's say, your meal times, your daily plan for the day. So you have your workout plan, you have your pre-workout, your post-workout plan. Any routine that you have, you can basically set up here. And you can see you have 7 days of the week here. So for each day, you can have a different routine. Maybe someday you wake up early, someday you wake up late. So you can get used to your daily routine by yourself, or you can set it up on a daily basis.
Will it give you a notification? So,
yes.
So that you don't miss.
Once you set up a schedule for the day, it's going to notify you when it's time for your breakfast or it's time for your workout. So you're going to get notified. Yeah, so that's one of the features, let's say. So this is one of the amazing features also, which is the food menu. So let's say someone's having 3 meals a day, or someone who is going to the gym, they're doing bodybuilding, they might have like 5 meals a day. So you can set up your own food, and the app is going to give you a calorie content of how many calories you're going to consume with the meal. So this is one of the features that comes with the app. And you can even set up your own meals. Yeah.
Okay. I was about to ask that. Like, can we build our own?
Set up your own meals and have your own calorie count if you prefer that way. But if you don't, if you go with the default menus, then our app is going to give you the content by itself.
Okay.
So once you click into each of the menus, it takes you to this pop-up screen where you have the details of the food. Some of this food actually comes with the application. So on here, you can find the recipe of the food that you're going to make and the nutrient values. So for the people who are really into bodybuilding, for them, keeping a track of their micronutrients is very important. Yeah, so you can keep the track of
I have one question.
Please.
I have a question. So like if I add my own menu and like I don't know how much calorie each of it counts, so will the app help me or
so
suggest
the thing is, if you want to add your own menu, if from default that menu is already on our application, then it's going to give you the calorie content. But in case we don't have the calorie content in our database, then you'll have to do your own research and put it into put it in by yourself. But that wouldn't be really
if
hard.
I add mine, if I add mine, so will other person will be able to see my own personalized menu, or it's just for me?
About that yet, but that's actually a good feedback we can count on. So I'll be taking note on that so we can add that feature. Okay, so that's a very good feedback actually. Going to the next page. Okay, so this is the user account that we logged in from the first page. And this is one of the workout features of our application. So let's say the daily activities that you do, our app is going to keep a count of that. So let's say someone has done some cardio activity. This is keeping a track of how much work you've done or how much more work is needed to go to your goal, let's say for the week or maybe for a month. So it's going to keep a track of how much work you have done and how much work you have left on a weekly or maybe on a monthly basis. And it's going to also notify you for your next workout sessions.
Okay.
And this is the forgot password page like any other application. So we have some features in case you forget your password, or maybe you want to, oh, by the way, we actually have an email option, I think.
Okay, I guess it's not indicating the first page.
It's not here, but in case you forget your password, so you can get a notification from us, and there's a process that you can get your account back.
Can we get it in both mail and in our personal phone, like phone number? Can we add like, suppose
Yeah, I
like
think that's
forgot.
possible. Yes, that's actually a possible option. Phone number and email, we'll keep that in mind.
Okay.
Okay, so this is the workout screen. So this screen basically keeps a record of your daily workout. So let's say how much calories you've burned. Let's say it's a display model. So we're giving you a display of a cardiovascular activity. So let's say you've done some running on the treadmill machine. So you can plug in the application to your treadmill and get literally the data from there. So the data you see here, it's actually identical to the data in a treadmill machine, on the screen of the treadmill machine. So you can get your data from the machine directly, or if you are doing some weightlifting or some other type of activity, so you can get an estimation and put it by yourself manually, if you prefer that way, let's say. And on the next menu, we have, this is the settings tab. So you can set up your own personal preferences here. Let's say your adapted language, let's say. All right. So that basically comes with both Thai and English language. And
for another question, I'm sorry
yes,
for
please
interrupting.
go ahead.
Like if a person who doesn't know both Thai and English, suppose a Chinese user, what will you guys do for that?
We didn't really have any Chinese members in our groups. I think we have, but the guy didn't really come up with the idea. But we'll keep that in mind. Maybe adding a Chinese language would be
Maybe add more language so that like it will be more user friendly for.
Anyway, to my Chinese teammates, no offense. I think my Chinese friend is the one who actually designed the app, by the way.
Okay. No, just to, have a broader perspective.
Yep, no, I understand. It's actually a good feedback. Thank you for the point. Anyway, so moving on. So you have your meal menu here. So basically the idea is you can set up your own meals. Let's say someone has 5 meals, someone has 7 meals, someone might have 3 meals. You can set up your own meals. So this is your meal menu. So from here you can set up your meals. And on the next screen, you can see also your workout menu. So these two are basically features of our application. So sorry, this is not the one. Yeah, here you go. So here you can see, let's say one day you're working on your arms, one day your legs, chest, blah, blah. So you can set up your weekly routine. So the app is going to notify which day, what you're supposed to do. And the same way for your daily basis, it's going to keep you updated with the meals you're supposed to have. Just like you explained.
It's from the chosen one, right? The ones we have chosen.
Basically the idea is you have default menus like lunch, dinner, snack, workout. These are your default ones, but you can add and subtract from them. So if you want to have 3 meals, you can maybe cut this one out, or 5 meals, you can add something.
Okay.
Okay, moving on. Yeah, our help and support center. So in case you're facing some kind of difficulty, you can definitely contact us from through our line and our call center. So we'll be providing with you the ID on the working application, not now, not at the moment.
Sure.
And you can set up your own settings, your notification, the way you want to see the application. Like we said, your language preferences, and on the general settings here, you might be following the metric, might be the hectic calculator, high contrast, dark theme, whatever you want to set, you can set up to your personal basis, let's say. And finally, this is going to be your profile. So you have like your own profile where you have a expectation per day, or maybe at a different timeline. Let's say you have a goal for a month or something else. So you can put your goals there and our app is going to help you maintain that goal. That's the basic concept. And you can set up your own profile, like your name, gender, birth date, weight, height, and you can put in your expected weight in maybe a month, or maybe your expected weight in a year. So our app is going to keep a track of what you're doing, how you're eating, and kind of helping you through your daily life.
So
So
at the
that's
end of the
basically
month,
it.
it will give you the notification, right? That
Well,
whether or not you have
if
reached.
you just run the application, it's definitely not going to happen. But if you follow along the application, we're hoping
Okay.
it might give you some identical results. That's the basic
Okay.
concept, right?
Okay.
So anyway, Sanjana, I would like to, so that's all about our product basically. It's a fitness app that helps you keep track of your goals and yeah, follow along the process. And if you're following it properly, then yeah, you should see some good results at the end. So
I'm
my
sure
first
you
question to
will.
you would be, what do you think about the app? Like, give me a general feedback, how the app is.
Well, so far, I think it's good.
Uh-huh.
And as mentioned before, if you guys add those small little details in the app, I think it will, look very better.
Okay, that's
The
great
ones that
because
the ones
that's
that I've
that's that's what you're here for actually, to let us know what we
exactly
have problems so far.
exactly.
So please give me a minute here. I'm actually
Sure.
looking into some. Okay, so I'm going to be asking you some questions, 3 specific
Sure.
questions that I have already asked all the other interviewees. Okay, and you're going to be the last one. And from your
Okay.
answers, we're going to take the feedback and we're going to try to adapt those changes to our application. So my first question to you, number one, what are the things that we should change in our application? Okay, so I would like to point it down.
So first thing you guys can add is the personalized menus, the ones we can add, and maybe you guys can, let us share with the other users so that it might help them as well, so that they can get new ideas about the new. It's okay. So they can get new ideas about the menus, like not just the ones you guys have, or maybe it will like the new ones
Okay, so
if
you
we can share
basically
with
want us to
users.
expand our menu selections.
Yes, not just you guys. Like suppose if I have an idea of a new
Mhm.
menu and I have added it in my list and I want to share it with other users as well. Maybe you
Okay,
guys
so
can
you
add that
basically
feature.
want your menu to appear on our application
Yes,
and let it
users
be
can
available for
share
the other
there.
users also.
Other users,
Okay, that's
exactly.
a very
Yes.
good point. Yep. Okay, that's a very good point. Noted down. Okay, anything else?
Then the email thing, so that like
Email.
if we
Okay.
forget our
Email.
you know
Okay.
ID passwords for our personal.
Number 3, I guess, is the Chinese language. Huh?
Yes, language.
Anyway.
Not just Chinese, you guys can add more, maybe Arabic. Then what
Arrow.
else?
Okay.
What else?
Samuel, keep that
What?
in mind, bro. Hmm. Okay,
So
anyway.
like add,
Okay,
add.
thank you so much. Yeah, that's actually some good feedback. One of the best we have got so far, actually.
Okay,
Okay, now
that's good.
my second question to you.
Okay.
What about our application has confused you the most? What is the most confusing part of the application?
The confusing part for me was the things like there were some parts you guys have added in the end. Suppose the forgot password thing, you guys can
Mhm.
add it in the beginning of the web page application, like the application. And what else? The breakfast thing, like this one.
Mhm.
I've seen you guys have added this in the end.
Yeah,
Last
we have added it actually twice, 2 or 3 times, I
exactly,
believe.
yes.
Mhm.
So maybe edit that part out, and add it in the schedule menu.
Okay,
That's
okay, understood. Thank you so much. Yeah, that's something we can do. And for my last and third question, what has annoyed you the most while using the app? What was the most annoying part of the
part.
application that we should get rid of?
Annoying. Okay.
Yeah, this question actually confuses all of our interviewees.
Exactly. Yeah, I'm kind
This
of
question is
confused
kind of
now.
confusing.
Annoying thing can be that I forgot that thing. Can you please go?
Sure.
No, forward, not back.
Forward.
This one. Yes.
Okay.
This thing. This one. Yes. This thing can be
Okay,
annoying.
I think this is something we should really take note on, because so far all three of our interviewees have mentioned the same thing. Like, this is the most annoying
This
part of
thing
the
seems,
application.
yeah, this seems to be annoying, but I
Yeah.
guess you guys can, add some features like the ones maybe while we will be using our phones while exercising,
Yes.
I'm sure.
Yes.
Maybe we can connect with our Bluetooth and stuff. That might
Actually,
help,
it's not going to work that much if you're weightlifting, because if you're weightlifting, you cannot have your calorie content like that. So how much workout you've done. This only works for cardiovascular activities, not for weightlifting. Yeah, so what I planned was,
maybe
for
you guys can
weightlifting, you
keep that
can
in mind.
have the phone on your pocket, and the amount of work that you're doing, the app can somehow keep a track of that. That's a possible
Keep a
option.
track of exactly. Yes, that you can add, because that seems a possible option for, because this one kind of seems all over the place and it does kind of annoy. We have to
Okay.
manually add that.
Okay. So you want to keep it manual, basically, let's say.
No. I don't want to keep it manually, because now you said that we have to add it, like somehow we have to add it manually. Just
Make it
so
automatic.
just
From
have
manual, make it auto.
automatic, exactly.
Okay.
Automatic, yes. So
Okay.
that whenever we are doing something, we're doing any kind of exercises, let it be weightlifting or cardio, let it like automatically
Let it automate itself.
synchronize. Yeah, synchronize it.
Okay, I think that's all the points we needed. So yeah, Sanjana, I think that's going to be the end of our interview. And thank you so much for your time. We will try to implement the changes to our application, and maybe in the future we'll get it back. One last question. It's a personal question to me, to you, from me to you. If we
Sure.
get this if we get this app out there in the market, would you be one of the ones who uses this application?
Of course I will. Of course I will. Because, even I too do exercise sometimes. I'm not a regular person who goes to gym all day, but whenever I do go, I make sure to, somehow use some kind of app to keep things in track. So I'm sure it will work
You will be
and it will
basically
be
one of
handy.
the
It will be
users.
handy. Yeah, it will be handy for users.
All right. So thank you so much for your time at this late hours, and wish you all the best with the
You
rest of
too.
your life at
With the app.
VMS. Yeah. Study well.
You too, and good luck, guys, with the app. I hope
Yeah, my
you guys can
teammates actually have worked very hard also. So yeah, best of wishes to them.
Yeah, best of luck to you guys.
So anyway, thank you so much, Sanjana.
Thank you for
We'll
choosing
be seeing
us
each other later. I'll be stopping the record now.
Sure.
Stop.